Now, before we get into any further conversation, let's enjoy, of course, the biggest stories right now making the rounds here, of course, in Africa and across the entire globe. Here's our package.
We start off the news with clips from Davido performing at the Hot 97 Summer Jam in New York. The singer, who just won the Best African Artist at the just concluded Ghana Music Award, performed some of his hits, including Unavailable and Feel. Davido is not the only one shutting down global stages. The African giant himself, Burna Boy, was seen performing at the We Love Green Festival in Paris, France, and it was all shades of nice, with the crowd chanting his name, and of course Burna Boy doing what he knows how to do best, perform. Temilade Openi, popularly known as Tems, has opened up about experiencing body dysmorphia. In a recent episode of YouTube show Flow with Kotti, the singer spoke on how she perceived her body flaws, working with men, friendships, and more.
It's not like, I haven't been in love. Loving someone, for me, is more of I see you and I really still want to be in your life. Even though you annoy me sometimes, I choose you and I choose you.
Sydney Christmas has been crowned the winner of the 17th season of Britain's Got Talent. The singer took the top prize ahead of magician Jack Rhodes in second place and Ghanaian duo Abigail and Afronita in third place. Sydney Christmas's winning prize is a cash sum of €250,000 and a chance to perform at the Royal Variety Performance. The winner of the show was decided via public voting, with Sydney Christmas winning the show after gathering 27.2 votes, Jack Rhodes 15.8 votes, and Abigail and Afronita 10.4 votes. The State Farm Arena Atlanta was thrown into a frenzy as Megan Thee Stallion announced her new album titled Megan at her tour stop on Sunday night. Megan Thee Stallion delivered a special surprise for the patient fans when she revealed that her album Megan will be released on June 28th. After the sold-out crowd was sent into a frenzy following the announcement, a QR code was shown alongside a special image on the Jumbotron screen, allowing attendees to perceive the Hot Girl Productions album. The American rapper has previously explained that she looked at the project as a rebirth of Megan Thee Stallion, with her first LP since the traumatic Tory Lanez shooting trial came to a close when the singer was sentenced to 10 years behind bars last August.
My new motherfucking album, Naked, is coming out.
Now, Swifties in Lyon, France enjoyed the first leg of Taylor Swift's era sold-out show in light showers as grey clouds loomed over the open-roofed stadium for the first hour of Taylor Swift's first show in the city in eastern France. The band played underneath tents on both sides of the stage. The VIP and production booths on the ground floor were in tents as well. What was a slow start sprinkled during her performance of Enchanted turned into a full downpour minutes later. Swift and her dancers embraced the rain and gave Lyon a memorable show. The singer and songwriter has one more show tonight in Lyon before heading to Edinburgh, Scotland for 3 shows this weekend.
Shifting eyes and vacancy vanished when I saw your face. All I can say is it was.
Now, those are the biggest stories in entertainment making the rounds right now. And of course, you can trust that we will always bring that to you. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back on East Central, we're going to start a conversation about men's mental health, and you don't want to miss that. This is East Central. Please stay with us. Now, June is globally recognized as Men's Mental Awareness Month. Although men in your life need you all year round, we've taken this Monday to encourage men by spotlighting 2 incredible young rising music stars, Adam Srea and Victor Collins. Thank you for joining us on East Central. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
All right, now, of course, you're both incredible at what you do, but let's get into this conversation. You're in a saturated industry, no doubt, where there's extreme pressures to make it and succeed. How do you handle that without giving up or, taking in all that pressure all by yourself? Let me start with, of course, Victor.
Um, to be honest, I have been in that situation of putting too much pressure on myself,
Yeah.
and thankfully, I found God. Um, He's more like that peace of mind I have currently, where I am able to navigate the industry. Because on several occasions, I've seen myself wanting to quit the music because of things not going my way and all.
Hmm.
And that on several occasions messed up with my creativity, and it just put me in a situation where I almost wanted to quit the music.
Hmm.
And thankfully, I was able to find God, and now um, he's been like the step holding my hand throughout the whole process of this music thing, trying to like giving me like clarity on how to navigate
Yeah.
and how to approach things. And as much at the same time, as much as I want it to be fast, I'm also working with his own speed and using this process to like um, allow him to work on me.
Yeah.
So like I am going past that whole process of um, mental depression. Now I'm just in a state of peace
Yeah.
and working closely with God and um, let him show me how to work things out.
I mean, I totally admire that because honestly, you can't do it alone. But let me ask Adam. Adam, would you say, it's been God as well? Or how have you been able to,
I,
battle this?
I would say similar, but the thing about doing music as an uprising artist is that I think it's similar to living life here, where you are constantly going in and out of these emotions. There are times where you can be very happy. There are times where you can be sad, and it's like a constant cycle.
Hmm.
And on some days, like Victor said, I'm just tired and I
Hmm.
just want to quit. On some other days, I am choosing to accept it as, as part of the journey.
Hmm.
And, also trusting God, like Victor said, because of course you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
But I just choose to see me doing music as a way to express emotions. And I have to probably go through these emotions to have something to express.
Hmm.
So when I find myself in those kind of down situations where I don't really have control over what I feel, and I find myself getting out of that situation, I just try to create art with it. It's a very tedious and difficult feeling, I can't lie. And you have to find something to hold on to keep you there. And I think it also helps to me that I just try to remember my whys and why I started in the first place. But yeah.
I like that. Before we talk about highs and lows, because I think that's a crucial part of this conversation, let me ask you individually, because you must have faced unique struggles, in this buzzing and complex entertainment scene. So what are some of the personal, struggles that you faced that which you would say, could have or maybe might have affected, your mental health during your journey? Let's start with Victor.
Honestly, I'll just say plainly, is the whole gatekeeping and people not prioritizing you. So, like, I'm of this opinion. I understand the business aspect of music where they say you need to invest in a certain person and make your money back. And honestly, I've just been looking at the industry at large. It's just been a loop for a long time now. And my own question is, um how do you expect to find the next big person if you are just going to keep moving this particular way of, oh, he has made it, let's keep rotating the sound and all. And to be honest, it has just been a problem for me where I have been thinking, is this actually possible? Because to be honest, I am doing this because I love it, because I it's also a way for me to vent. And in times when I'm just low, I just tell stories and stuff. And I feel like the world can hear it. But like, I know that I just need the right people around. And
Yeah.
it's been a thing of having to go out severally, trying to socialize and all those things. And the industry guys, they have this whole process of toiling with you, telling you. I understand the fact that most people are busy. They have like they probably get different artists coming to them every day and stuff. And on several occasions where I have had to like reach out to different industry executives and even trying to like get to know them deeply. It's been a thing of I've seen each and every one of them play the same exact um, role. I'm trying not to say sneaky role, but like I've just seen the same thing happen over and over again, and it's been something that has been worrying me for the longest time. If these so-called people who are in the forefront to like help you come out there, if they are not willing, how am I going to be able to navigate this path? And it has led me into that process of, am I sure? It has been something that bothered me, and that's why, honestly, I'm thankful that I was able to walk with God, because now it's no longer like that. Now it's a thing of I'm going to win regardless.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time, and that is like my belief now.
Let me ask you about, of course, Adam, your personal struggles. What particularly did you face or perhaps go through, or do you think has been an issue during, your growth so far?
For me, it's funny that we're talking about this because I actually just dropped a song that actually describes some of the things I was going through.
Yeah.
Last year specifically, there was a point it felt like, you make music and there are lots of people who see what you do and they tell you, this is nice, this is very good. You should be at big stages. But nobody is willing to actually try to, or it does, I don't want to say nobody is willing, but it just seems like nobody is like really wanting to be the one to bear that cart of taking your name to the next level per se. And for a young man like me, and you see what other people are doing with their lives, and you see the path you've chosen, you start to wonder what makes you different. Why are you not exactly being picked, or why are you not being why are you not out there like the star that you think you are? And for me, I just generally started to find the little things in life, in the music as well, that seemed like delight in my life. Started to find contentment in some of the things that I took for granted. Like somebody could listen to my song and tell me, yo, I really liked this song and it took me out of a dark place. And I started holding on to things like that because it meant to me that whatever I wanted to achieve with the music, I was already achieving it. It might not be in a large scale, but it's something that could probably, if it reached more people, then it would do more. But right now, it's doing what I needed it to do.
I like that you use the word contentment, but let me talk about, creative block. I know that, Adam, I hear that you, recently did a challenge. I think it was a songwriters challenge for 100 days. Tell me about that. Why was that important? Talk to me.
So it was initially for me I had a project I wanted to put out, and I had some problems with the funds I wanted to use to put out the project. Somebody stole my life savings. That's the best way to put it.
Oh, wow.
And I was thinking of how I could build momentum or put my name out there so that by the time the project was out, I would have people ready to listen to the project, since I didn't have money to push it anymore. But over the period of the project, it metamorphosed into me just trying to be consistent and see how many stories I can tell. We all go through life every day, and I strongly believe that we are different bodies living the same life, and somehow what I am feeling, someone else is feeling it. So if I could tell my story, someone else could correlate to it. And so it moved from me trying to build momentum and to build a name for myself to me just exploring the depth of what I can do and the emotions that I can relate, how I can actually like paint my art in ways that people can enjoy it. It was a draining process. It's 100 days. I can't lie. There were many days I wanted to quit as well. Yeah. But I was happy I went through it because it just made me understand myself better as a human being, as a songwriter. It also helped me build confidence in myself because I know what I can do when I get into a room. I know what I can do when I hear a beat. And I also understand, more about how I can create. And it's just the beauty of, allowing yourself go through the journey. Yeah. That's what I think.
I must confess, Adam, that sounds truly inspiring. But let me ask Victor now. Self-care is essential for everyone, and what I say even men particularly. What role does self-care play? And in fact, what do you do sometimes, maybe in your day-to-day life or every once in a while, just to make sure that, you're blocking out the noise and taking true care of yourself? Tell me about self-care.
For me, it's the conversation.
Okay.
I get to have with people, and it's something that I am grateful for. I found out that having conversations, it's actually helped me in my creativity. It was a thing of realizing that different people are actually going, just like Adam said, people are actually going through the same thing. So in situations where I have conversations, I am either finding out that the person has it worse than I am, or even lesser. And after being in that position, it's a thing of being grateful. And now it's a thing of practicing gratitude. And one recent habit I developed is mantras, just saying mantras over and over again to even if I am in a certain position where things are not necessarily going well, I just say those mantras to get myself off that mindset and tell myself just because it's not going, it's not happening the way you want it to happen.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen. So
I like
for me,
that.
it's gratitude and mantra.
We've talked about a few things that even I personally, totally buy into: gratitude, to contentment. But of course, let me ask Adam the same question. Self-care, what do you do?
I don't play with my food. I will eat. No matter what I'm going through, I must eat. I force myself to sleep because I feel sleep is just like a general reset button for everyone. So I don't know, it might be laziness on my part. Maybe I'm just justifying laziness, but I sleep and I eat. And on extreme cases, like Victor said, I try to have conversations with friends a lot. Yeah. And sometimes I just leave Lagos and go to stay with my family where they are. And sometimes I'm just there for a month. I'm not doing anything. I'm just with family and, enjoying family time. I mean, there's love at home, no matter how hard it is outside. So I think that's how I do self-care. I'm not generally an outgoing person. I'm quite introverted. So I just find comfort in the things that already give me comfort right from time, and I stick to it. So
what can I say? Well said. I do think that it's super important to eat. Every human being needs it, and sleep. And, to things like gratitude, like you've talked about. I do hope that this conversation does inspire men out there, to talk more, to have these conversations that could inspire them and help them on their path. But again, Victor, Adam, thank you so much for having us on the show, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, at this point, we have to come to an end on East Central. Of course, we've had news, we've had conversations, and honestly, June is a fantastic month to celebrate the men in your life. All right, we're going to quickly, of course, wrap it up with our celeb socials. But of course, this is East Central. We'll come back tomorrow, same time, 4:30 p.m. to bring you the biggest stories in entertainment. I'm Sam Danny. This is bye for now.
You for my
Lambo parked on a landing strip. Everyone in my gang and my DJ paid. Why is my man talking about inshallah? These times he don't even pray. Why is my man wearing a Jesus piece? How does she squeezing them jeans? Big behind and petitest waist. Take time with the GBG, we don't beef nobody like GBK. Woke up on the wrong side of bed, so he's gonna get slapped if I don't have my...